Hey y'all, welcome to the Style Chronicles. I wanted to share this makeup look with you guys. This is, I posted it last week in an outfit of the day that I did for the denim, the week of denim looks. And then I posted some Instagram pictures as well, and I actually had some comments asking me to, I had one specific comment, asking me to share how I use the shade Love Letter from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. And Love Letter is this really pretty raspberry shade right here. It is a true berry color. It's got a little bit of a cool blue undertone to it, but it's got that warmth of a berry in it as well. So it's a kind of a neutral shade. It can go warm or cold, but it's definitely not cool in tone completely like some of the other shades. But this one I think is one of what you would think the most difficult shades to wear, but I think it is a very easy shade to wear. I think it's very pretty once you kind of adapt it to your eye and how you like your shadows to appear. So I'm going to show you how I use that and the Cypress Umber together to get this look. I also use a little bit of Vermeer and Tempera and some raw sienna, but altogether this one seems to be the most difficult one that people have a lot of questions about. And this is how I have found it works for myself, for my eyelids, my eyeshadow look, and how I like my makeup to come across. So thank you so much for your interest and for watching and for your support over this last week. It's been difficult, but it's been, you know, it's been nice. It's been nice to have family and friends and everybody communicating with me. So thank you so much, and please stay tuned and I will show you how I accomplished this. So thank you. Okay, so first things first, I have already primed my eyelid with some MAC Pro Longwear Concealer and set it with some Kodi Airspun powder. And now I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, the shade Tempera right here. That's going to go all over my lid. And I just use a very large eyeshadow brush to get that on. Same thing with the other side. I'm going to take raw sienna, which is the first shade right here, on a fluffy brush. This is a Morphe M441. And I'm going to get that into my crease right in here. Just throughout that crease right there. Same thing on the other side. And I try to hold the brush up, not down, but I don't always do that. I have to remind myself to hold it up. Just make sure those are even and very nicely buffed across your lid. Next, I'm going to take Love Letter, which is that really pretty raspberry shade right there, and my MAC 221. And that is going to go into the outer corner across the lid, like so. Then I'm going to take a MAC blending brush and I'm just going to blend those edges out into that burnt sienna so that it all kind of meshes together really well. You can see this is unblended, and I'm going to get it to go into one another just nicely. The Cypress Umber shade, which is that dark brown right there, and my Chanel 20, the Contour Shadow Blender. You can see how it's pointed compared to my blender, which is not pointed, it's fluffy. So that Cypress Umber is going to go into my outer corner right here. And I do it with the point, and then I bring it in from the edge. So you can see just the point right here at the end, creating a diagonal line, and then sweeping it onto my lid from there. Same thing over here, outer corner, and then sweeping it onto my lid. Then I just build that up nicely, and I always go back in with more of that love letter shade just to make it very berry looking, like so. It's very raspberry in tone. And you want to keep that berry color on the outer edge. Vermeer shade, which is this shade right here. I'm going to take that and I'm going to press it onto my lid. So just pressing it onto the lid right here and the other side. Just like that. Into that kind of little pocket that you've created. And go back in with your blender, the one that you applied love letter with, and just blend out those edges so that they are all nice and they meet one another so that they marry well. Okay. Okay, so I went ahead and applied my eyelashes and some mascara, and I'm going to go do the bottom of my eyes now so you guys can see that. And I am very, very messy. These lashes are popping up. These are Red Cherry number 43s. I'm very messy when I apply mascara to my lashes. I get it everywhere. It's like, and it's always a battle, always. And it doesn't matter how big or how small the brush is, it always ends up down there. So I always go back and clean it up. I'm going to use a MAC 212, and I'm going to go in with that love letter shade. And I'm going to go just below my lash line right here. And I'm going to stamp that color. So that it surrounds my eye, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. With a pencil brush. This is my MAC 2, what is it, a 219? Or you could use something like the linear brush. This is the MAC Linear 1. I like that as well. And for that, I'm going to grab that raw sienna shade from here. And I'm going to get that on that brush, tap it off, and then I'm going to go right below that love letter color. And I'm just going to smoke it out. And this cleans up any of the fallout from my mascara. Not fallout, but any of the messiness from my mascara. And that's with the linear. Now, if you prefer a pencil brush, I will show you that one. So there's my, I'm trying to stay in focus. Right under here. And just kind of blend it. But also make sure you're getting it on top of that mascara so that you're cleaning it up at the same time. And you do have to wait until the mascara is completely dried to do this. But there you have it. That is your finished look. Let me pan out so you can see my blush and everything. Okay, so my eyes are done. I just went in and finished that bottom for you, and the top, that is exactly how I left it. I did not do any liner because I just want that pink to be everywhere, if you will. And now I'm going to take MAC's Mocha Blush and my 168, I forget, face brushes are the 100s. And I'm going to get that onto my cheeks. And I brush it downward here and upward here. Same thing on the other side. Downward and then upward. clothes are done. I wash probably 2 loads every day almost, because my kids and my husband and I go through clothes like crazy. Workout clothes, Nike shorts, regular clothes, the clothes we wear to sleep. It's crazy. We have a lot of laundry. And of course my temples. I always brush my temples with blush. Okay, and then because you know I always mix my blushes together, I'm going to use MAC's Gentle, the Mineralized Skin Finish, on top of that with the MAC 137. I like how that looks on top of anything, really. It's really pretty. So that I will sweep onto my cheeks just like so. And then my temples, of course, because I like the way blush looks when it's surrounding my eye. I don't know why, I just think it's pretty. Up here. Okay. And for my highlight, MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in Lightscapade, and I'm going to apply that with an Anastasia Beverly Hills A23 brush, not blush. That's going to go just on my cheekbones, pulling it downward into the blush, and then of course down the center of my nose to my forehead. And for my lips, I'm going to use NYX lip liner in the shade, what is this? This is Nude Beige. I'm just going to line my lips. And I actually like the way that that looks. I like lip liners. Just dry like lip liners. I think they're so pretty on the lips. That takes a lot of the pink out. I like the way that looks. Okay, and I'm going to put on MAC's Please Me right on top in the center. And I blend it out with a hanger. It's a very matte look that I like. Alrighty, and that is our finished look using Love Letter by Anastasia Beverly Hills.